Today on Better Psychic Medium, Matt Fraser is back. He wowed us the last time he was here.
It's better this way. It's better this way. It's better this way. Today.
All right, we're back with Psychic Medium, Matt Fraser, 22 years old, and you're the medium with a message because you say you really want to help people who are struggling with grief, maybe from losing a departed loved ones. And how do you do that? I understand you're working with the medical community.
Well, absolutely. And, I am, referred back to by psychologists, to help people who are grieving because it is so tough, when you lose something. But one of the key messages that I can tell people is that they are fine. We really, truly never lose somebody. And what they want us to know is that it's okay to be happy. They want us to see happy. They want us to hold close the tender moments that we shared with them and the life lessons that they taught us when they were here with us in the physical world. Mm-hmm. And one of the things that we can do is that, they're constantly sending us signs and symbols, and think about the ways that, the memories that we had with them, and what they would want us to live like, what they would want our lifestyle to be. Not to be crying or sad over their passing, but instead to be happy and to celebrate the times like we did when they were here in this world.
It's just so difficult because the physical presence is gone. And we're left with the spiritual presence. And to try and, we're not like you, we can't tap into that, but we need some resolution. You say that this is something that you can provide.
Absolutely, not just me, but those on the other side. I feel like we all can feel our loved ones around us, and like I said, just having that information, knowing that it's a new start, it's a new transition for both us here when we lose somebody and those on the other side. Because like I said, we never lose them. They're right with us every single day. Sending us messages, letting us know that they're with us. Through signs and symbols. And I like to think that we all feel our loved ones with us on a day-to-day basis.
And from your perspective, they're always trying to connect with us?
Absolutely.
How do we tune in or get those messages, even if we're not, we don't have the psychic gift that you have? How do we just tune in?
Well, one of the ways is that you can just ask them. Ask them for signs and symbols to show that they're with us. And they come to us in many different ways. Maybe you're driving your car on the highway and you see, your dad's name written on the license plate that you lost. Or maybe you're just sitting home watching TV and you smell, grandma's Jean Naté, out of nowhere. Just kind of her letting you know that she's there. And it's just kind of messages so that you know that they're safe and at peace and like that we've never lost them. And that's the true message that they try to get us.
And it's so important that you say they don't want us to be left on this earth to cry and be miserable that they're gone. They want us to, like, the advice my mother gives me is she's like, every day, just go out there and be happy and, be yourself and just, like eventually I don't try not to think about losing my mom. I've been blessed to have her for all 50 years. But at a point, I'm dreading that day, but I'm constantly thinking, well, when she is gone, I'm going to remember all of the advice that she gave me, and that's what I'm going to move forward with. Like it doesn't just end. You got to keep going forward.
Absolutely, and like I said, it's a new beginning for you and that person on the other side because it's like a new chapter in their life. It's a new beginning for them, and that's how you have to think about it. You can't think about it as being the end, but rather a new beginning for that person, and that you yourself can start as well. And there are some different steps that you can take, like building up a strong support system around you. A lot of times when somebody passes, we kind of just want to be left alone or be by ourselves, but it's really important that you reach out to old friends, old family, start reconnecting with people, start getting yourself out there and start going and really tapping into your inner self, what you enjoy doing, whether it be kayaking or doing some outdoor activities or maybe getting back into the habit of spending holidays with friends and family who are still here. It's important that you know that it's important for yourself to go and live life to the fullest and celebrate because that person, when they were here, they did the same thing.
Sometimes people are grieving because they had unfinished business. Someone died unexpectedly. Maybe there was an argument. Maybe they're feeling heavy because of that. I know you're going to be at Foxwoods June 1st. What do you recommend for those people? How do they deal with that? How do they get a message to their loved one?
Well, one of the things is that they can talk to them at any time. Your loved ones can hear us. They hear us talking right now. So they're never too far away. And one of the things that I can tell people as well is, like I says, don't worry, don't be stressed over, the fact that someone's passing, because like I says, they are with us. It's not, when somebody passes, it's not, they don't feel pain, they don't feel suffering. When they go to the other side, all that leaves them. It's us here in this world who are left with the grief and the heartbreak and, the sadness, and it's kind of, important to remember that no matter what, that we still have to live our own lives. And just like at Foxwoods, where I'll be appearing, it's so wonderful to see the transformation when people do hear hear a message from their loved ones and to see that they're around them and to really feel that it is true.
So this is people will go and they'll get a ticket and they'll come see you and you'll do open readings in the audience. Is that how it works?
Absolutely. My goal is to get to as many people as possible, and I try to reach as many people as I can. So I'm literally running back and forth through the aisles, pulling people up randomly, saying who's coming through on the other side, and just going up to someone and saying, okay, your father's here, your mother or your brother or your sister or whoever is coming through, pass the message and move right on to the next person.
And we're giving away 4 tickets to the event, so be the 3rd emailer to mail@betterct.com. Tell us who you want to get a message to, and those 4 tickets to see you will be yours.
All right, great. Thank you so much, Matt. It's always a
Thank
pleasure
you.
to
It's
see
so
you.
great to be here with you both.
All right, after the break.